Hello everyone, my name is Natalia Lauk and this is Playalong tutorial for Menuet et Rondeau by Jean-Philippe Remeau. Jean-Philippe Remeau was a French composer contemporary of Bach. He was writing in Baroque style. So Menuet is a dance, and when you will be playing along, make sure you don't stop your beat. Unless there's the end of the piece, then you can slow down just a little bit in the last measure. So you can find this music at page 8 of book number 2, Developing Artist Series by Faber and Faber. So go ahead, open it up on the page 8 and follow me. And I want you to imagine that you are a little ninja and you want to follow my every step, every move, every turn. So try to catch all the movements I will be doing. And first, we're going to do slow version of this piece. And then we're going to do performance tempo in allegretto, which is a little bit slower than allegro. Okay, are you ready? 1 and 2 and go. Were you able to follow along? So I'm going to tell you there are a couple places that are especially tricky because your left hand has to move a lot. So look with me at measure 4. When the measure ends, both hands have to play the last quarter note shorter, like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and. You see what I'm doing? On and, I'm only lifting my hands and I'm moving them towards the next notes, okay? Because if you stop, 1, 2, and 3, then it's going to be incredibly hard to make it in time to the beginning of the next beat. So make sure to do this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, okay? So another place like that is measure 16. Let's say if you played actually measure 15 as well. If you played something like this, 1 and 2 and 3. You see how much your left hand has to move? And then it has to jump up the octave towards G pretty fast. Okay? Another place similar to what you had before is going to be measure 18. Again, don't stop at the end of the phrase. Turn the last quarter note into eighth. So make sure all the quarter notes at the end of the phrase is going to be turned to eighth notes with the eighth rest. Otherwise, you're going to be late to the next beat. Okay, let's try it in a faster tempo. Let's try it allegretto. 1 and 2 and 3. Were you able to follow along and copy everything I did? If you did, great. If you didn't, go ahead, rewind back and repeat it one more time, and one more time, and again, till you get it perfectly. So another common mistake in this piece is play it like this. With the accent at the end of the phrase. Just imagine if we would end every phrase with an accent. Every phrase or every word, we would accent the last word or last syllable. It sounds quite ridiculous, right? So don't do it in music either, because it's very rare when you have to put the accent at the end of the phrase, unless you're screaming at someone, and sometimes it happens in music, but not in this one. You're not screaming at anyone here. So make sure to cushion and play much slower and much softer the end of the phrase, like this. So make sure your hands are going up. It has to do with the speed of your fingers, okay? If you're playing with a heavy and hard speed like this, if you punching the end of the phrase, then you get this forceful, unpleasant sound. But if you make sure to arrive slower, you see how I'm cushioning the end of the phrase? I'm tapering it because instead of make it energetic and punch and with the accent, I'm doing this. So I soften the end of the phrase so it has this nice, pleasant ending. So good luck with this piece. I hope you will get it correctly.